Hey now, what is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and this is night 2 of Scream Season 3 Resurrection on VH1. So let's start with how this episode begins. You see Dion, our main character. It looks like he sleeps with Liv, although I'm still trying to figure out if this was just a dream, because then you see that he wakes up and she's dead in the bed next to him, and then he gets attacked and stabbed by Ghostface. Ghostface gets unmasked, and you see that it's his twin brother Marcus. And at this point, I knew that it was a dream. I did, but I still was not liking the idea of his twin brother being alive and going after him for revenge. I just thought this was a lame outcome that could be a possibility. But once again, it was a bad dream. And I think this is when I started to question the character Liv. This is where I started to think, all right, she's probably somehow, some way involved, especially when you eventually see that she is crazy. She's burning herself with fire. Even her and her own father don't get along. She's clearly lying to so many characters, including Dion. Everything seems like a complete coincidence of how she got involved with Dion, how Avery got killed because he was getting in the way, maybe. So all evidence was pointing at her. Beth, I want to mention Beth. She's the female Randy. She's definitely the female Randy. That's what the show is going for. She knows her movie history, her horror rules, and whatnot. And that's what makes me like her. That's what makes me think that Beth is one of the stronger characters, because she is referencing movies. She is in that mindset of, hey, guys, we're in the horror movie. She even sort of called it when one of them was about to get killed. And I want to mention how much I like Beth, because supposedly any compliment that I give to this show is just because I'm black and this show is a black cast. So that means I'm biased and I'm going to like the show just based off of that. Or if I criticize the show in any way, then I'm biased because it is a black cast and blah 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 blah. I've seen so many comments of people trying to either defend the show or attack the show and criticize me because of it. And it's annoying. It is. I like Beth, and she's like one of the few white characters on this show. I don't look at race, or I don't look at any of these characters and like them purely because of their race. I like them because of how they're written or because of how they're acted. And so far, Beth is one of the more interesting characters on this show. We get Tony Todd, who we saw him in the first episode, and it looked like he, in fact, killed the brother Marcus when Marcus was a kid and Dion left him there. I like that we got the true full story now, because honestly, I thought it was a little dumb to think that there maybe was a killer out there on the loose. It reminded me a lot of how lame the Brendan James storyline was from the first two seasons of Scream, and how they tried to create their own mythology and backstory for Ghostface, and it just seemed very dumb and inconvenient. And so I thought that's what I thought this was going for. But luckily, you find out that Tony Todd did not kill Marcus. Marcus is dead. And so we put to bed the theory on Marcus being alive and Marcus wanting revenge, the brother coming back as Ghostface. He died in a different way, though. He suffocated in the trunk of the car because he was hiding from Tony Todd. Tony Todd even blames himself for it. So I like that we got his story. I like that we saw that he had a point of view with that story. And then we saw Hookman. Hookman fighting Ghostface. The moment that we've all been waiting for, right? Candyman versus Ghostface. Clearly, though, Ghostface wins. He stuffs Tony Todd and like chains him up and ties him in the back of this machine, and he gets crushed. So Tony Todd's now dead, but at least we know the truth about him. The gay friend, Manny. had a moment where he told Beth that he has this rage in him. He's full of rage and he wants to maybe hurt people. And that's what I thought, oh no, maybe it's the gay friend. Maybe he's the one who is at least involved some way, somehow. But of course, I will say this show did a good job of presenting characters that seemed suspicious, presenting characters that made me go, all right, they're probably the killer, and then killing them off because the gay friend gets caught by the killer in that cornfield and then burned alive in the car. I mean, unless we find out that he didn't die and he got out of the car and but that wouldn't make sense because we saw the killer chase after him and light the car on fire. So for all intents and purposes, Manny does in fact seem dead. And then speaking of that, I started to suspect Amir, Biggie's son, who clearly had a thing for Beth, and I thought it was a tell that he was very nice, that he did want to get to know her so well, that he was just trying to do everything to protect her or be there for her, and she was so cautious of it. I thought, well, he probably is too nice for a reason. Maybe he's the killer. And then he gets killed. So I don't know, guys. Now that he's killed, I think I'm going to shift more towards Liv, who has been the number one suspect for a little while now. Liv, and maybe I'll put Beth, even though I like her as a character and I like the actress and I like the female Randy aspect. Maybe for once they take the movie expert, the horror expert, and actually make them the killer this time. We shall see. So, guys, let me know in the comments below. What did you think of Night 2, episodes 3 and 4? Did you like it? Do you think that this season is strong? Is it better than the first 2 seasons? Are you still enjoying it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.
Proper big bit, separated, shot it for profit. Hustle legit, proper big bit, separated, shot it for profit. Hustle legit, hustle legit, hustle legit, hustle legit, hustle legit, hustle legit, hustle legit.